been on for a hot minute, and y'all, I have not watched. I watched 60 Days In and Inmate to Roommate, but I have not watched Love After Lockup.
Which is funny because I've been sort of watching it a little bit, but since I haven't, I'm not as invested. Chaz, I'm invested in Chaz. How's that?
Chaz just, I know. Did I send you that post a minute ago that he just did the dumpster?
Yeah, I saw that earlier because I saw your.
Like, oh, jeez, I need to watch that because I already knew it was going to go south anyway. Because he gave us a lot of hints on our interview, but I was just like,
Yeah, you might want to go and interview him again now because now he's angry, Chaz.
Oh, I know.
Before he was like, I got to keep my mouth shut.
Right
Chaz,
now,
he is angry,
pissed off. That might be a fun time.
He may be like, "What NDA? I don't even know what that is."
Yeah, he's fuck it up.
That NDA.
Amber, hello, Miss
Hi, Amber, Rachel, Jessica,
Eileen, basic chicken. Do you not have any fancy chickens, Eileen? Just basic ones, okay. Nailed by Rachel, nailed by. You know what? I always do that because I catch Jules doing it. Oh, there's Jess. Hey, Jess.
I know.
How is everybody? So we're just gonna chat today. So I know y'all have not seen us together in a hot minute, right?
It's been a while. Yes.
And people were like, "Ooh, are you and Raquel not friends anymore?" Yes, we're friends. We talk every day.
All the time.
Every day.
All the time.
So, yes, we are. Y'all, I don't know why I have glasses on today because they're brand new and I just got them. And they're gucky. Look at that.
I like them.
I went wild, man. I was like, ooh.
It almost looks like we have matching glasses because mine are red.
I know, except for the problem is the light on it is bugging me. It's driving me crazy.
You got the glare.
And I don't have to read anything, so I'm good without. But y'all, I just woke up like 30 minutes ago.
I know. I texted and I was like,
I know.
I won.
My alarm was going off, and I'm like, oh, is it really like that early already? Okay.
Yeah.
But this
it's like 10 o'clock your time.
Yeah, it's 10 o'clock my time.
I was still in bed at 10 o'clock my time.
Unfortunately, crazy people on the internet last night kept me up, which I could say it's basically my fault because I stayed up and listened like an idiot.
Yeah. I'm not going to lie. So I have not. So Suzy has filled me in. I haven't really been watching a lot of the drama. There's been a lot that's been going on, and we'll go into that a little bit. But I did have a night last night where I couldn't really sleep and caught some of JY's live and thought, holy shit, it's a lot worse than even when people tell you. Like the community, what I've caught over the last, really since the end of July, because I really have not been around since July, a little bit, maybe June, July. Hi, SM.
It's to the point now where it's just fucking scary.
It's volatile at this point. Like, I don't understand how somebody, when you get a divorce and you have children and you have to go, I love my children more than I hate my ex, so I will just learn to get along.
Yeah, I know that.
I feel like with this, like what has happened over the course of the last 6 months, it is progressively just getting worse. Like, people are going to believe who they're going to believe, and going up and swearing that you're telling the truth and you say what you need to say once and then you leave it because you're not going to change people's minds. So this constant like one-upping.
Actually, what kills me is these people swearing on their kids, their husbands. Don't do it.
Don't swear on people.
Don't swear on your family.
Please don't ever swear
on my so-and-so. This is true. No. Don't do that. Even if
don't ever do that.
For a little bit, you might be lying because I've lost the majority of my family.
Yeah.
It's really horrible. And it just pisses me off to hear people go on my children or on my husband or on my wife. Don't do that because no, you just never, y'all don't know. Y'all just don't know. That's not right.
You put those words out the world, it's gonna, you know, you never ever ever want it to come back and just be like, well, you did swear on your husband, and now your husband is sick, and now he's in really bad shape, and you
Karma,
kind
don't
of
do it.
you kind of put that out in the world, you know. I mean, live your life the way that you want to live your life. I don't really care, but think about the karma and what comes back. If you are putting good positive vibes out there, good positive vibes are going to come back to you. If
Yeah,
you're
well,
putting
I have a
evil back
tendency to
out
like
there,
make things horrible for myself. Like I know I've
lobster.
told y'all about the whole like getting robbed at the bank thing. I literally just said the night before, never been robbed.
Never
Boom,
been
got
robbed.
robbed. Now, in that case, we were just having a conversation, but I almost felt like I jinxed myself. I'm
You
like,
totally
damn
jinxed yourself.
it.
You did
I
not
think
knock on
if
wood.
I had not said it, would it have happened? Probably not. Uh-oh, our Canadian is in here.
I know Julie's here and Queen
Our
O'Hara's
Canadian.
here.
Oh, she changed
Hello.
her picture. What is
Yeah.
that?
It's a kitty peeking out the
I was
corner.
gonna
Like
say it looks like a kitty
she's like
nose or
this,
something.
maybe.
Well, hello, Queen of O'Hara. I haven't seen her in
Hello,
ages.
Queen. Well, when was
The
the last time you
Queen.
went live? Let's just think about the last time you went
I
live.
know. I don't go live very much these days.
Yeah, I know.
I'm
It
gonna
has been
do better though, y'all. I promise
right.
I am. We're here today though, because I don't know. Do y'all notice a little something a little bit different about Raquel? Actually, this is the first time I'm seeing it too, and I can
I
really
know. I've
I
actually
can tell.
kept this kind of hidden from I wanted to sort of
Hello, my
show
follower.
myself on live and get and have all the girls go, oh shit, wow, that
I
is
see
a
it.
different.
I saw it the
You
minute
can
you came
see
on.
it.
I saw it.
You can see it. Yeah. So and
Yes.
so let me just tell. Hi, Christine. So and Cassandra. I've seen her in other chats, but I think this is the first time that I've seen her
Yeah,
in
I
your.
don't.
She's like, she's new to me. How's I don't know. I've seen her around, but
She's been in here a few times. She comes in and
oh,
says
okay.
hello, and that's about it. But hello,
Yeah.
Cassandra. How's everybody? Oh, she's saying
Yeah.
hi to everybody. So yes, Miss Raquel,
So
she
I
looks great.
made I decided to do and I know there's a lot of controversy around it, and there's people agree with it and people don't, but I decided to get gastric sleeve surgery on July 20th. I had been going through the process. For those people that have been through the process, they know that it is a very lengthy process. It can take anywhere from 6 to 8 months in order to be able to before you like get can before you can
Right.
finally get your surgery. I was a
Where's
little
Amber? Is
lucky.
Amber still in here? Because she had hers done like
Yeah, I know that
years
Amber
ago.
had surgery, and
Yeah.
it is comforting for somebody like me who is I am now next
Hey,
Wednesday will
Corn's
be
mom.
10 weeks. Hello, Corn's mom. Will be 10 weeks, and I am down. I weighed myself yesterday just for this. We don't have. We're down at our place down at the beach, and we don't have any scales here. This has always been a no scale zone. I
Oh
never
yeah, I don't
put my
blame you.
bathing suit on and then get on the scale and then go, I am never going to get. I'm never gonna. Now I'm not going to the beach.
Just putting a bathing suit on for me is bad enough. Getting on the scale too, I would have a freaking meltdown. I would completely melt down.
It was crazy. So I am down officially as of yesterday 37.6 pounds.
Yay!
And like I said, we're going. I am actually I'm going into my 11th week on Wednesday. So I have gone
Good.
through the uh the pre-op stage, which for my surgery I did not have a fatty liver, so I only had to do pre-op liquid for 2 days before or 3 days before my surgery. I did not have to do what a lot of people have had in a very long, for 2 weeks prior, and some people
Ooh.
even more. Um, and then I've gone now through the liquid stage. I've gone through the pureed stage. I've gone through the soft food stage. Now I am now at the I can eat anything that I want stage. My sleeve, we have named him Sleevy So Sleevy actually has a nickname. So I
Great.
always tell people like, hey, Sleevy, like I was a huge egg lover, loved eggs. I could eat eggs all the time. And now I can't even, like I'm thinking of an egg and I'm like I can't even. And
Oh,
I'm like,
did it change like what kind of
it
food
changed.
you like
Yeah,
to eat?
your taste buds and everything change. It's like it's really like my stomach right now. Sleevy is like telling my mind right now, don't you even think about putting an egg in me. It ain't gonna happen. I'm already angry that
Oh,
you're even.
I would be mad if I had something like that done and then I didn't like chocolate. I'd be like, oh
I,
my god.
I have zero sweet tooth. There is no, and I even went and got a little bit of. Oh, there's my Lori. Hi,
Eileen,
Lori.
I don't know what a duodenal switch is. I need to look that up.
I do not. Yeah, I know that I'm part of a lot of groups now. That is one of the most drastic weight
Hey,
loss surgeries
Lori,
that you can have. It
the
definitely,
duodenal switches. Hold on.
yes, it
I want
is. It
to. Gotta go
is,
to
and
Google.
yeah, it's one of and it's not one of the routine that you normally do. And also, just to tell you, um,
I thought there was only like
I
two kinds, like
no,
the
there's you go.
sleeve and the bypass. So
No,
I don't even know.
yeah, no, there's the switch, and a lot of people actually start with the band. The band is still out there, believe it or not. People still actually get the lap band.
Oh,
Um,
really?
I did not want to
Where have I been?
go through that at all.
Hold on.
And also, just to tell you, so my surgery was here in the US. There are a lot of people that go to Mexico. I actually do have a friend who went to Mexico. Her and her daughter went to Mexico. They had their surgery.
There.
It went fabulous. They look amazing. Um,
I would not go to Mexico.
well, I think that so.
That's just
Here's
my personal opinion. I'm not. I'm
right,
not. It's not that. It's not because I'm.
right.
I've heard that a lot of people do just
Yes.
fine
Well,
without it.
there's a lot of factors that go into you qualifying. There are still some insurance companies that uh gastric bypass and sleeve or any type of weight loss surgery is actually excluded from their policies. So, when you think about me, so I went through insurance, my insurance covered it. I even though before when I was on live with you guys, I didn't really like always like from here up always you really wouldn't be able to see, but
Yeah.
girl, I got a big old dunk. I like my butt. I got a big butt.
Big old badonka.
Yeah, I've got like I definitely have like the Italian hips and thighs, and I've always been a good, I've always been comfortable. I was very athletic when I was in school. I played softball. Lori and I played softball up until like our late 20s. Um, but kids and not being active and everything just really, it seemed like every year I was just gaining another 5 to 10 pounds, another 5 to 10 pounds, and
Well,
um,
and the pandemic didn't help
right,
anybody.
it did not. And I will tell you, I learned something that I had learned that I think is important, really. And I tell people when
I
uh,
agree, Lori. She's always been pretty.
oh, thank you,
Oh my god, I'm looking at this duodenal switch. That looks
it's
dangerous
it's
almost.
it's not a common surgery. It's not.
I can tell you right now, I would never have that.
Yeah.
Like they
And a lot
literally,
of times it's
it
more
changed your entire insides. No,
yeah,
thank you. Nah.
and a lot of times it's more for more severe cases than, depending on like what your weight loss is. But so here's something that I learned from my surgeon, which I think is really interesting for people, especially as us women get older. I think it's really important. So apparently I love all my American big butts and all. Yeah, that's my lobster. My lobster is always gonna like my big butt. So the crazy thing is so apparently your body has like what it considers like in your brain what your weight should be. So when you're born, your body's like, oh, your average weight should be 150 pounds, right? Or 120 pounds or whatever. Well, as you get older, and as you put on weight, your body actually resets its its sort of trigger for hunger. So if you were steady at 130 to 140 pounds your entire life, your body always is going to be in that kind of range. But then say you were 130 pounds and then all of a sudden you go up to 150 pounds and you've stayed at 150 pounds now for 6 years. Guess what? Your body resets yourself to be at 150 pounds. So when you lose weight, when you go on a diet to get down to 130 pounds, your body actually starts to work against yourself and
Oh,
starts
great.
to trigger, you are starving. You're depleting
Hey,
yourself of
Angel Eyes.
calories. Eat, 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 eat. So think of it like you go from 150 to 170 to 200 to 220 to 230 to 250 to 260, up, up, up. Well, your body resets itself every single time it goes and stays at a higher weight for a period of time. So then how do you change that? It is impossible for somebody who is like I'm not saying it's impossible. It is extremely hard for somebody to fight against their body and their body's triggers
Hey, Diamond
telling
Girl.
you you're starving, you need to eat, and you're like, no, seriously, I will be okay at 140 pounds body. I'm not going to die. But your body's going, no, 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 we're at 240. I've reset myself. You're going to die. Like you're the triggers, all those triggers for you to eat. So it made sense when I talked to my surgeon, was when she was saying like diets don't work. They really don't. Like you really have to be committed to diet and exercise and all of this other stuff. And there's a lot of people that have dropped 100 pounds by themselves,
Oh,
and
yeah.
managed to keep it off. But she said for the average person, you just can't. And she's like, surgery is what they consider, and it is. It's very much a tool. I, the mental, what it does to you mentally is I can't even, like half the time I can't even explain it. I'm not really hungry. I am starting to get hunger cues now a little bit, but that's really if I go like 4 or 5 hours. I even have it on my calendar when I'm working. It reminds me, eat, and then 3 hours later, it will
You
say
have to
eat.
remind yourself to
I
eat.
have to remind myself to eat because a lot of times, um, I don't even think about it because the surgery, they actually take out some of the hormones that triggers your brain to eat.
Oh,
Where
okay.
they
I
cut
didn't know
along a
that.
hormone line. So I can 100% say like I'm now finding that when I wake up in the morning, Sleevy is like, hey, we haven't eaten since like 10 o'clock last night. I'm a little hungry. And so, and in my mind, I'm like, oh, I'm going to go make I'm going to do with Sasha. And, it's protein first. That's what they tell you. You've got to eat protein first. Then you can add, some vegetables or whatever. So I might go in and I'm very diverse in my diet. And because it's protein heavy, a lot of times you are
Wait, what is
more
happening here?
inclined to, can you hear me?
Yeah, there's something going on in chat.
Oh, okay. Um, I'm going to leave because I didn't come in here to be attacked. Who is attacking Angel
I
Eye?
don't know. I'm confused. I don't want
I,
anybody to be attacked. Yeah, if y'all don't like this person, just block them, please.
oh, yeah. Oh,
I,
yeah.
I, I know Angel Eyes though.
Yeah, that's not real entertainment. That was like I thought that came out like a gazillion years ago. I mean,
Or I think I do.
right.
I don't think
But
that.
you know what? Quite honestly, let's just be real. I mean, if it is and he wants to watch, as long as they're not being nasty, I think you always said, as
Yeah,
long as everybody's
if
respectful,
anybody is
everybody's
offending
welcome.
you, then
Right. Right.
please, and the mods in here, I'm sure will take care of it. But
Right.
yeah, let's don't be mean to somebody. If we don't know who it is or whatever, just
Yeah.
welcome them. It's all good.
Right. As long as everybody's like nice,
Yeah,
who cares, right? So, I mean,
there's really only one person not welcome.
yeah, really different. Exactly.
And I
Right.
would just go. Bloop.
Like, no, thank you. No,
Other
thank
than that, I'm totally fine
you.
with it.
Yeah.
So wait,
So I,
I didn't realize it had been already over 2 months though.
It has been over 2 months,
Seems like it was
and
just like a couple weeks ago, and
right,
man, time is
yeah.
flying.
And let's just be honest. I mean, I've done diets, many diets in the past before. I've been on Weight Watchers. I actually, uh, the prior year was on a medically supervised diet through our local hospital, and was successful. And I lost 30 pounds doing that. And as soon as I went to what they considered maintenance, the weight started to come back on. Now, and of course, COVID happened too. I mean, let's just be honest that, but the reality is that I've always done a great job of like losing 15 pounds, maybe 20 pounds, and then going back and putting on 20 pounds, and even then 25 pounds. You always end up to put on extra. So, I mean, this is, like I said, this is really a tool. Diversity in your diet, it's because it's protein heavy. A lot of
I was
people,
going to ask you, do they ask you to go more towards like the keto side of it, where you're not eating as many like white sugar, white flour,
nope,
anything white? They pretty much tell you stay away from. But
no,
by the way, they don't do that. That's
no.
the only. That's the only diet, if I really and truly like
Mm-hmm.
stick to it, that
Mm-hmm.
I lost weight on. Because before pandemic, I lost about 42 pounds,
Mm-hmm.
but I was walking too. I was walking. Because
Yeah,
during the
I have
pandemic,
joy of
that's the only way you could exercise. Is it was like nice during the day out here in
right.
Arizona, and I have a dog which clearly needs to be walked, and the dog walked me, I should say. And I think the combination of the two is what really like helped me lose that much weight. And
Right.
then I started getting lazy, and I'm like,
But
oh
see, and
well,
that's what and see
we're
there,
sitting at home.
right. And there it is. But see, and there it is,
Yeah,
because keto is not really sustainable.
not for a long period. No,
Not
it's
for
not.
not long period of times. And
Mm.
then once you start to reintroduce the carbs back in, you start to like gain again. So no. So the diet is 100. So okay, so first off, we're not like, when you have surgery, you're never on a diet ever again. Like, this is not a diet. This is not a lifestyle. I know that I've heard like my new lifestyle. This is not a new lifestyle. It is really you your stomach is like, oh, you think you're going to eat that much? No, you're not. You're just not. And
So if you got a plate of food, like how much food would be on your
4 ounces is all I can fit in my stomach right now,
total?
total, at a time.
She's
Yes.
eating like a baby, y'all.
Yeah. And now, if I can, if, and so also too, you've got to figure it is not, weight 4 ounces. It is volume 4 ounces. There is a huge difference. Now, when I am 6 months out, it will be completely different. But right now, my pouch can only, Sleevy can only eat 4 to 6 ounces of food. Now, 4 to 6 ounces, and the reason why I say 4 to 6 ounces is because, say for dinner, I decide that we're going to have like a hamburger, and I make hamburgers, and I make mashed potatoes, and I make green beans, and I eat 3/4 of the not bread or anything. This is just a hamburger patty, and I eat like the 3/4 of the hamburger patty, and then I have some mashed potatoes. Well, the mashed potatoes are like a very soft food, so you
Right.
can fit a little bit more volume. But if I were to have salad, and then on top of that would have chicken on top of it, I'm not going to be able to eat as much. Do you know what I mean? There's like the volume then goes down to like 4 ounces.
I wouldn't have thought about that.
Yeah. So you are not, and then so I can have, I'm not counting carbs. My, like, at this point, I don't really need to count carbs and worry about calorie and carbs until I'm like at the 3 month mark. You just gotta have to start. That's where I need to like include. They actually say you need to include a starch. So eat 5 times, have 5 small meals a day. 2 of those meals, make sure that you have a starch with it. So potato or sweet potato or bread or whatever.
That's kind of cool because
You know,
most my I felt like most people that do that
Hmm.
tend to stick with the low carb. Wait a minute, Cleo,
Right.
were you just on a cruise?
Oh my goodness. I
I
hope,
know. I
were
just
you,
read that. I'm like, holy
were
cow!
you land? I hope that, were you docking in Florida?
And sometimes they dock in. A lot of them dock in Miami, don't they? That's where
Yeah.
mine did.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't
unless
know.
they
She
had to
said she's glad to
divert.
she's glad to be on land. So
He's just lit. I know. Oh, I'm so glad that you made
for
it.
anybody that's like down in Florida, I really, oh my God, have you looked?
Well, let me just tell you, my
It
parents,
looks pretty bad.
yeah, my parents are in Port Charlotte. They were right there in the eye of the storm. Um, I were normal. I probably would have put on 5 pounds between the day that the storm started and then to the time that I finally heard from my parents, because it got to a point where we were getting very close to getting in the car and driving to Florida if we had not heard from them at a
Oh,
certain at by a certain time. And I was it was funny because I was thinking, like, I found myself in the kitchen. Old habit, right? I was in the kitchen
yeah.
because the stress. And then I got the bag of almonds where normally I would have gone and stuck my hand in the whole bag of almonds and took the almonds with me and just shoved almonds in my mouth or cashews. My mind said, get a quarter of a cup. So I scooped out a quarter of a cup and I put it in the bowl and I just nibbled on the almonds, and that just being able to do this and then but it was weird because I actually recognized it. 6 months ago, I wouldn't have recognized it.
Hmm.
Now I recognized,
I
oh my
love
God,
almonds.
this is a stressor and I'm in the
Lori, I
kitchen.
think I put on twice as much, but okay.
You know, I'm like, I'm in the kitchen because I'm stressing and I'm getting ready to eat, but I can't eat.
See,
But if
that's not the place where I hang out. My problem is I don't eat very often at all.
which
If I
is
eat
really bad.
one, I know it's bad.
Mhm.
And I've been put on metformin, which I started a couple of days ago, and there must be something to it because it's helping. It's helping
Mhm.
me feel better. So
Right.
that makes me wonder if, and I know how bad that is for my body. I know that I had to like force myself
Mhm.
to eat something,
Right.
or, maybe late morning. I'm not an early morning person at all.
Yeah, neither am I. So it's
Especially
funny
since
because
YouTube came along. Thank you, fools, for keeping me up all night.
right.
Shut the fuck up and go to sleep.
Everybody, please go ahead and
Damn.
go to sleep. Well, let's just be honest. The reason why we're having to do this at 1 o'clock in the afternoon is there was like
I know why. I
everybody
know
was
why.
live.
Because
Everybody was
somebody
live.
lost a damn mind last night, and I was like,
Right.
"What in the hell is
Right.
this?"
Just people,
And
just can everybody just go to sleep? Just can we
and
have
as
one
much
night?
as much as I say, "Oh, we don't really do drama on my channel," we really don't. But I
No.
do watch it, and it's like a train wreck. You don't want to look at it, but part of you says, "Well, if you don't, then everybody else is going to explain it to you, and you're not going to get it unless you physically watch
Yeah.
it."
Yeah.
I fell asleep listening to a
Oh
live
my,
last night, and I'm like, okay, this has to stop. I
I
gotta
just,
stop.
yeah. Well, I, I don't, I have a lot of opinions and I don't want to, I don't know how to like put it out. Okay. So I feel like when it comes to okay, even if I wouldn't have had surgery and even,
No,
because it
I
has
can't
been a
say
lot
no.
of,
I can't say no. Don't tell me to say
right,
no. I can't
just
do it.
said, right. Right. You can't. Sometimes you just can't.
No, it's
Hello, Indie
it's like a
Crew.
drug. It's
Morning to
addictive.
right. Right.
It is
I,
addictive. I will say
it,
that about it.
I feel like at, I just wish that people would move on. And I mean that in the best and the most sincere way.
Me
It would be great if people
too.
like would just stop. It's the same thing over and over
Yeah,
again. And then, so like I said, even if I would not
that's
have
true.
had surgery and was like recovering, and you would think that recovering would be like I would be online, but I'm just going to tell you, there is a huge difference with recovery when you've had surgery. Now, yes, I had to recover for a good 2 weeks. I couldn't like exercise. And I'll be honest, I am not going to the gym. I am not exercising. I know everybody's like, get out there and do weights. And I'm like, I'm happy with what I'm doing right now. I don't want to take a walk. I mean, we still do like walk the dogs and stuff, but I get enough exercise because the energy that you get when your metabolism starts to kick back in again. And I realized at like week number 3, 4, I was like, okay, this is weird. Like I have energy. I haven't where did this all come
What
from?
is that? Because
I don't even know what that
I
is.
don't even know what energy is
And
anymore.
then like going into the 5th week when I was like, I just rearranged my closet. I just, I rearranged my pantry and reorganized my pantry.
Oh, that's
I,
not gonna happen. No.
I went through, but that box of stuff that you keep saying, I'm going to go through that box of stuff. I actually went through that box of stuff and I was like, holy shit. I actually
You
have the
felt
energy
good, huh?
now to do stuff. So when you actually have the energy to do stuff, you're not online anymore. So like that's where a lot of my
Oh,
stuff
that's a good
like
thing.
yes, I mean I haven't been following it because like in my mind I'm like if we need milk, I'm actually getting up and going to get milk. you know. you know. I don't know, Corn's mom.
Julie, I just
I feel
saw
like
you
you
said
feel like
you
if
said
you I feel like I haven't watched anyone in like really 2 months almost. And then when I've gone and I've watched, I was like, oh, look, it's like same shit, just insert name here. It's like it's the
yep,
same.
every time.
It's like the
And
rotating fight.
and
It
I know that
rotates.
we try to keep everybody sort of up to date as to what's going on, and it's kind of
Yeah.
like you get that little like, okay, here's the update. Here's who hates who today. Here's who's
Yeah.
like mad at, or whatever, and
Mm-hmm.
then you already know what you need to know.
Right.
There's nothing else to know.
Right. I mean, I have to. I got to say that I've seen, like when I get on YouTube, and now, granted, I have been on YouTube, but being somebody who's new with surgery, now what I'm doing when I go to YouTube, I'm actually looking up recipes. I'm looking up people like
You're
who
looking
else have
at
done
food.
food, right? Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Food is like porn to me now. Just I don't need your dick pic. Send me a picture of a piece of like send me some cupcakes. Send me a picture of a cupcake. My mom
Just a
sent me
picture. That's
a
a
picture of
picture
a
of a
dessert
cupcake.
last night, and I was like, "Thank you, thank you so much for sending
You
me
could
a
have
little
those
piece of."
little. You could have those little tiny bite-sized ones, couldn't you?
Yeah, I mean, it's just sugar right now. It's really too early for sugary stuff. There's something that's called dumping syndrome. So if you have too much sugar in your body, your heart starts to flutter and you get very sweaty and you can get dizzy and nauseous. And some with some people it's fine, with other people it's not. I've
That's
never
weird.
had I think it's more really with people that were diabetic
I was gonna say this
before.
up because I was just looking up information when
Hmm.
I was given the metformin, and part of the symptoms of diabetes is what you're describing right now.
Right. Well, so corn. So let me just tell you, I am a foodie. I am 100% a foodie, and I know that there is a lot of backlash from like the bypass weight loss community on you should be making food choices differently. The reality is that when if you eat in moderation, and this has been with every diet, this is Weight Watchers too. I mean, if you were to do Weight Watchers, you can have a regular hamburger roll and it's going to cost you 10 points, or you can have a keto roll and it's going to cost you 5. It's all
Right.
moderation. What do you want to be able to eat more points today, or do you only want to eat like, and then you're gonna have this hamburger with this roll and then you're gonna have lettuce and carrots for the rest of the day. I am a huge foodie. What I have now done is I take like the classic rest. I still cook for my family. I have cooked throughout this entire process. And I make a smaller version for myself. I absolutely make a smaller version. Like I can give you an example, and this was delicious. I was in the mood for lasagna, and I was also in the mood for green peppers. Being Italian, we're still like for being Italian and being pasta heavy. This has been like a big challenge, and so traditionally in a green pepper. It is green pepper, it's ground beef and rice and all this stuff. Well, when you're early in surgery, what they tell you is stay away from pasta. Now, that doesn't mean like the chickpea pastas or the spinach pasta. Anything that's made out of like veggies is fine. But pasta,
Why
wheat,
pasta?
well, because wheat, when you put it in your stomach, expands.
Oh,
That's why they say stay away from bread. That's why they stay away from pasta.
that makes sense.
I had a spoonful of a teaspoonful of couscous, and I thought, and like 20 minutes later, I thought I was going to die because the
Ooh.
couscous had expanded in my stomach and was so painful that I was like, okay, I've learned my lesson. I'm not doing that anymore. Um, so for surgery, so what I did is I took my green pepper and I turned it into a lasagna green pepper. And I took the ricotta and Parmesan cheese and salt and pepper, and I mixed up like the filling, like the cheese part of like a lasagna.
Right.
I took sweet peppers. I found nice big sweet peppers, and I did a layer of ground beef and sauce at the bottom, and I layered ground beef, cheese, ground beef, cheese, ground beef, cheese, and then put Parmesan, mozzarella, and sauce on the top of the pepper, and I baked it until it was cooked. And let me tell you, my family killed it. They were like, "This is so good." I got to eat. I had a small pepper. It was a small little
I was just
pepper.
gonna say, how could you eat a whole pepper? Those
Nope,
things are
I
usually
had,
pretty big.
well, because you can pick your sizes of peppers. I picked one of the small sweet peppers that was about this big, like hand size, that would fit into like the palm of my hand, very small. And I created that recipe. I had my little teeny tiny, um, so meatloaf. So corn, I can have meatloaf. I've had meatloaf. I've made meatloaf, and I have taken a quarter of a cup of meatloaf, and I put it on my plate. The mac and cheese, I probably would not eat because now with the mac and cheese, another way that you can do with mac and cheese is you can use the chickpea pasta. Now, chickpea pasta, regular, if you put sauce on it, tastes horrible. I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of people that
I was
actually
gonna say,
like it.
I don't like chickpeas. I don't think I
You're
would like
right.
that.
But if you take the chickpea pasta and you actually create, I've made a mac and cheese out of it, and it is, but you have to cook it. You have to cook that chickpea pasta to what the box says. You can't overcook it, and you can't like if it says 8 minutes, you cook it for 8 minutes, right? And then you take it off, and then I would have done meatloaf. I would do chickpea mac and cheese because then you would be able to have, maybe 2 tablespoons or 2 teaspoons of the mac and cheese, and the green beans are totally fine. And that's we eat very clean. There's very little processed food in our house. And like I said, it's like I am now getting to a point where I'm sort of changing recipes that where I can eat it and my family can eat it. That doesn't mean that we don't do rice. I still do. I made a pot roast. They put it over
So
rice.
why you're not supposed to throw rice at weddings because the birds' stomachs blow
Yes,
up?
because it expands in their stomachs.
I mean, I'm not
That's
being funny. I think that's
that's
true
exactly right.
though. I
And
think it's
apparently,
true.
just to tell you all, we used to throw Alka Seltzer when I was 13 at seagulls. That doesn't it doesn't hurt them. just gonna tell you.
I've never heard about that. The Alka-Seltzer with the seagulls.
Yeah, maybe it's because it's like a beach thing, but you're not supposed to throw Alka-Seltzer. It used to be this old thing where if you feed Alka-Seltzer to a seagull, they're going to explode in the air. So, of
Oh
course,
my
you know,
god.
as kids, we were all like, go get the Alka-Seltzer out of your parents. Whose parents have Alka-Seltzer?
So it does nothing.
It does nothing.
I remember one
They
time
don't.
when we were, I want to say we were either in Monterey or San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
I was sitting there eating ice cream, you know, like an ice cream cone.
Mm-hmm.
And what is it with seagulls, man? They're brave.
That I've had a seagull take a piece.
Flew up and tried to take my food out of my hand. I was like, all right, so this is your way of telling me I don't need it?
Yes. Yeah. I've had pizza literally taken out of my hand as I was getting ready on the boardwalk, as I was getting ready to put it.
I mean, I love going to the beach and I love the seagulls, but they're really obnoxious.
They are very obnoxious. We have okay, so I love to feed the seagulls. I love to feed them.
Me neither, Julie. I've never heard of that. Like,
oh my god, yeah, that was a big thing. But I do. I love to feed the seagulls. My daughter gets crazy over the fact that I will throw them French fries so that they will follow us down the boardwalk, so that she can scream, "I don't want to get pooped on." That's it. She said, "We're gonna get pooped on." They're gonna poop on me.
But it's good luck to get pooped on.
And that's what I told her.
By a bird.
Let me rephrase.
By a bird.
You want to get pooped on. You totally want to get pooped on. You're gonna.
Oh, I did. We were in San Diego doing something. Luckily, I had a coat on, and we were standing there waiting to take a picture. And I'm like, "What the hell is that?"
Right.
I looked over, and a bird had like crapped on the top of my shoulder. I was like, "Okay." And by the way, that bird poop stinks.
Yes. Really bad. And then did you walk a little bit further and then find $20 on the ground?
No.
Oh,
didn't find a damn thing. No, I went in and took my freaking coat off.
Oh my god. So Christine says she's heard the rumors. She's heard the
Wait, Christine? Growing up in the
Oh,
really? Now I kinda wanna go feed it.
Now you want to go feed them some Alka-Seltzer. Exactly. Alka-Seltzer. Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, I am the person that takes a little bag of snacks to the beach for the seagulls and pisses everybody off because, you know, obviously there's a flock of seagulls that once you feed one, they tell all their buddies. And they
what
have.
C word are you using, Indie Crew, that keeps giving me stars? You're not using like a bad word there, are you?
Do you have it? Do you have
it? Like what? What is
alcohol or for all the food they what? Cat food? Have to have alcohol or for all
I bet he's doing talk to text.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, see, I'm not the only one that can't understand you. Your freaking phone can't either.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Spell check, apparently. Alka-Seltzer. That didn't sound like Alka-Seltzer at all.
Yeah, that did not sound like Alka-Seltzer.
Corn's mom, I'm actually a good I think I'm a good cook. I just hate doing it. I hate it.
Right. And
I used to love it, and now I hate it.
Right. And I got to tell you, I mean, I for the most part eat what I want. I can just, it's only, at this stage, and they say pretty much up until like 6 months, your calories are so low that it doesn't really matter what kind of carbs I eat. I'm never going to get enough food in my system right now for it to make any difference. I need to start watching when I'm further out and where the big thing is the grazing. That's where a lot of people after they've had weight loss surgery start to gain weight, is because they start, I don't need to eat every 3 hours. They're like, I'm going to start eating every hour. Because if I really wanted to eat an hour after eating, I could. My stomach is kind of emptied out at that point, but I'm not hungry. It's realizing those cues of, why are you back in the kitchen? So
Right.
it's the people that start to graze.
Well, I
Um,
guess, yeah, when you do that, doesn't it slowly start to like stretch your stomach back out again?
I mean, I have seen, my doctor has said, there's really not, you can stretch your stomach out, but it's not really, weight gain doesn't really come with stretching your stomach out. Weight gain comes with more frequently eating, and then eating, instead of going to a restaurant and, say, getting a steak and eating protein, you go to a restaurant and you fill up on the roll, and then you get an appetizer of,
Fried
say,
zucchini.
potato skins, and then the meal comes, and then you're like, oh yeah, I should probably have a couple bites of the steak that I just ordered. Do you know what I mean? So it's like
Yeah,
food choices. If you, if 6 months from now everything that I put in my mouth is a carbohydrate, I'm going to start gaining weight.
makes
I'm
sense.
not. I'm not going to be losing weight because
Is
I'm now.
anybody hungry yet? Because my stomach's like going, hello, we're talking about food.
And also, the big thing that my doctor did say too: don't go more than 2 hours after you wake up.
Julie.
Even if you were to wake up and do a protein shake, snake in a box.
Steak in a box.
Let me just tell you, the head hunger after you have surgery, because you go through head hunger. You're not really hungry because your body can't. Your body is in complete
Well,
shock.
it's probably like a habit type thing too,
It no,
right?
your mind, your mind is like, you have not eaten any food. You're only drinking water and protein shakes. You are hungry. But the reality is that you're not hungry. I
You just
swear
think
that,
you're hungry.
I mean, if even the moment that I was allowed to move on to pureed food, if somebody came and said, I have pureed this rattlesnake for you, I would have fucking ate it. I would have ate the rattlesnake. I would have been like, I will take it. I will eat it. I was
Actually,
so like,
people do eat rattlesnake and they like it.
they do eat rattlesnake,
Yeah,
yeah, and they like it. I don't think that I'm not sure, but I would have.
I don't think I
Woo,
could. No.
I would have definitely would have eaten anything.
Well,
Uh,
you know
uh,
me. I'm always out here wrangling the rattlesnakes and,
mhm,
with the little poker stick or whatever.
right.
I pick them up and I put them in a
Nope.
box and I
Nope.
just send them to random people for absolutely no good reason. I
Thinking
just pick from all the addresses that I have because I have nothing better to do with my time
about, do
than
you spin
dox
Rolodex?
every and anybody, which is kind of interesting because a lot of people from the internet have bought my books, and
Uh-huh.
not one person has gotten a rattlesnake in a
Yeah.
box.
I really hope that, like, the fear of anybody sending anything to the through the mail is gone. I
It's
don't know.
not. I still hear it, and I'm just like,
Oh, it's so
shut the
there.
fuck
That
up. Like,
Oh, you ate gator? Woo, you ate gator. Oh, was it good? Did it taste like chicken? Let me just ask that. Because I
I'm,
swear everybody says
yeah,
things
I
taste like
don't think,
chicken. Did it taste like chicken corn?
did it
I
taste like
gotta know if it
chicken
tastes like
corn?
chicken. Did it? I hate corn. Did it taste like chicken? Corn's mom.
doesn't doesn't everything taste like chicken if it's some sort of
Oh,
strange
it was spicy. Gator was spicy. Maybe it's because it ate a spicy chicken before you ate it, before it got cooked.
barbecue? Ooh, barbecue rattlesnake. Ooh.
Ooh. So maybe that's what,
I
maybe
don't
we
think the
should have.
taste would be as weird as much as maybe I'm not real big on. I don't. Okay, yeah, things need to taste a certain way, but it's the texture for me. Like I love crab legs. I can eat them all day,
Oh,
every
I
day,
love
like
seafood.
literally all day. But I will not, and I cannot, and I've tried it on several occasions. I can't eat lobster. I
I
don't. I don't like that
love
it's.
lobster.
I don't like lobster, and I don't like. Well, I'll eat shrimp, but I don't really care for it.
Oh my
But
god, girl, then you are
I don't like the texture.
suffer.
I don't like the
Oh,
texture.
I love it. I am here at the beach specifically so this evening I can either go have crabs or I will get my crab cake. Like, I was just
I
like,
Now crabs I can eat all day. I literally can make a meal every single
oh my
day
god, I
with
love
crab
crabs.
legs.
Oh, that's
Except
so
for now, nobody
grocery.
can freaking afford it because on sale they're $20 a pound.
Oh yeah. Well, we've got so here now the prices should have gone down
Oh,
for crabs.
ew, Julie, read
That
that.
is so gross.
Oh, no, no, no.
I hope that he at least barbecued it or something.
No, I cannot eat
Uh,
rattlesnake, alligator. Neither one is spicy. The
well,
alligator.
that's what I was going to say. Maybe
Well,
the
they probably
alligator had some
added
spicy
spice to
chicken
it.
sandwiches.
I'm sure that it doesn't just come out
Right.
spicy.
Oh my god.
Everybody in here apparently loves seafood.
Oh, I love seafood. There's
Oh,
not.
so that's where you got that name from, corn toast. I was
That's her
trying to
dog's name. That's
figure
her dog.
out. Okay, okay. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I mean,
You didn't see her dog?
I see it now. When I'm on my teeny tiny phone, I'm all like, "What's that picture of?" Actually, though, if you pull it up this way, their comments, you can see their pictures a lot better this way.
Yes. Joel, hey, Julie, do not let Jules know that you saw somebody eating a squirrel.
Yeah,
She will be so upset.
don't tell her that one. Yeah, I'm the same. I won't eat mussels or oysters. Nope.
Oh, I'll eat mussels. I'll eat oysters, clams, all of it. It doesn't matter. I love seafood.
Gator
I will eat it all.
Chewy.
And now for me, unfortunately, like eating it all is not really eating a lot. A lot of it. I can't. Now it's like I'm like the taster, almost. Just having a little taste here and a little taste there.
And bro, you're just in here talking shit because I know you have not eaten armadillo.
He said armadillo. Could you really? I guess we're gonna eat armadillo.
There is a particular YouTuber that keeps getting picked on about running over something on the road. Mm-hmm. I have actually ran over. It wasn't an armadillo because we don't have those in Tennessee. The thing with the really bug eyes. What are the? Oh my gosh, what are they called?
Oh, corn. That's so sweet. I
ran over it and I felt
we had a rescue pit
so bad. I literally turned my car around to go check and see if I killed it. But I could tell because of the way I ran over it. I didn't just bump it.
Do you think maybe it might have already been dead?
No. I saw it coming out of the woods, but there was a car on the other side of the road, and I'm like, oh shit! I'm either gonna have to run this thing over, or have a crash, and I couldn't crash my car.
No, you don't want to crash your car.
And I was hoping that it was gonna zoom under my car while I was going over it, and instead I went bump bump.
Oh my god! Oh, possum.
That's it, possum. And to top it all off, it was kind of staring at me right before I ran it over, and I'm thinking, nice. This is
Christine is going to have to come to the East Coast so that we can open up her seafood palette. Since she only eats shrimp, you got to come to the East Coast so that you can actually have.
We do not eat meats.
You don't eat meat? You know what? I'm sorry.
I would never.
If you guys ate meats, I don't know if I'd be able to be friends with you all anymore.
No, I would never. No. I love those guys. The Roadrunners, I could never. No. As a matter of fact, I think they might be protected species. I'm not sure. There's not very many. I feel like we don't see that many out here. We have a couple out by our house. I don't think you're supposed to eat those.
Yeah, I know. I would hope.
You can eat quail, but I wouldn't eat the little quails either.
My grandfather used to sit
the
out
mama and the daddy and the little tiny little black dots running after them. Mm-hmm. I couldn't do it. No.
My grandfather used to sit in a lounge chair in our backyard growing up and shoot quail and pheasant and turkey from a lawn chair in our backyard. And then he would come into the laundry room and he would pluck the feathers. And I was horrified. And I've never eaten it. Just because
that would scare the living shit out of me too. And a meat. Okay, I have to tell you the story. It's a Roadrunner because we have Roadrunners out here. And Julie asked one day, she goes, "What kind of a sound does a Roadrunner make?" And I was like, "Duh, meat." And she was all, "Really?" And I'm like, "Yeah, really." So she apparently went on to either Google or something and Googled the sound that they make. She's like, "You guys are all assholes. They don't make that noise." I was
don't
like,
make
girl,
any
did you never watch cartoons growing up? Come on.
They do not. They do not. They do not. Oh my
What's
god,
up,
it's
Just
hilarious.
Jules?
Hi,
Girl,
Jules.
yeah, I know why you're late, and thanks to you, that's why I'm still half asleep. I could kick your little ass right now.
Oh wait, did she go live last night?
She was on IG last night. We were all
Oh,
watching the shit show go down,
I
and it was
totally
like,
missed it.
it's
I
more
need to go
fun
back and I need to follow. I don't. So I don't. I need to go back and follow Jules on IG because I'm not following her on IG, so I miss it. So I gotta
Jules,
go.
she just
The,
bumped you on IG. Look
the
at that.
IGs
You
are
said
fun.
nope.
Oh, I love the IGs. The IGs were so much fun.
Yeah,
Um,
because IG Live, we're watching, somebody
yeah,
on
I know because it's
whatever, and you can talk about whatever in between because sometimes it gets quiet and whatnot. And plus,
right,
when she starts laughing, I start laughing at her
right.
laugh.
So Jules, so I got to tell you because you weren't here at the very beginning. So I had weight loss surgery, and
Doesn't she look fat? It's funny because the
I
minute
gotta
you
like,
came on, I was like, your face looks a lot thinner. That's
yeah,
the first
it's
thing
like a
that people
lot.
notice
Yes,
when I start losing weight is
yes,
my
yes, yes,
face.
yeah. So yeah, so whew, man, it's been a journey, and I'm excited about it, and I really like to, yeah, I do. I mean, you are getting a whole new wardrobe.
Uh-oh, we know who's
There's
getting your
so I will tell you
clothes.
something that I realized. I was like, I must have wore really tight
That's
pants.
weird.
I really must have. My pants must have been way too tight. I am in smaller pants, so I like kept all of my smaller clothes because I was one of those people was like, one day I'm going to fit into these and just never fit into them. At least I don't need to go out and buy new clothes because I am starting to fit into clothes that I wore like pre-pandemic and like
Oh, isn't that
but
fun when you start to get into
yes.
like old stuff that you were
And
like,
yes,
oh,
Jules,
I remember the
feel
days.
amazing. I cannot believe the difference that I feel. I
I have
just
my favorite pair of cargo pants that I always wore on
Mhm,
trips. They were
mhm,
super comfortable.
mhm.
And you have those pair of pants that just make your ass look good.
Yeah.
I don't know why I cared because I was on a plane sitting anyway. But but they're a size 6 or a 4. I don't remember. And I keep them, and I don't know why, because when I pick them up and go, oh, that's not happening.
Right.
I'm just like, damn it. But I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to keep those pants because someday maybe I will get back in them.
Someday maybe.
And I'm
I
sure by then they won't be in style anymore, but they're cargo pants. They're just like comfortable.
Oh yeah,
They're
you'll always
expensive.
be able to wear
I
them.
have a pair of leather pants, y'all.
Oh no.
Size
No.
4
Tell
leather.
me. Tell me you did not wear leather pants.
I did. I bought them when Ashley was at St. Jude, and it
Mm-hmm,
got really cold there.
mm-hmm,
And I went with my cousin shopping one day, and she was like, oh my God, you need these leather pants." I'm like, "Why? Where am I going to wear leather pants? I'm in
mm-hmm,
a hospital all the time. Like, dude,
mm-hmm.
I'm wearing sweats and t-shirts and whatnot."
Right.
She was like, "Well, just in case we decide to go out." So I buy these leather pants. I wore them one time, which was out to dinner with her and her husband.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought I was gonna die. You know that scene of with Ross on
Yes,
Trent?
that's exactly what I'm thinking of.
Well, the one good thing about these is they have like a silk lining in them, so they didn't really stick to me. But it was
Oh.
freezing out that night,
Uh-huh.
and I couldn't wear a coat and I was skinny too. I was like, okay, I'm dying in these pants,
Mm-hmm.
dying. But they look so good on,
Right.
but they suck.
You
They
were
suck.
suffering for fashion,
I
is
was
what you were
suffering for fashion, and I still have those leather pants. They're still
doing.
hanging in my closet. Anybody who's a size 4 who would
Yeah.
love, they're actually really nice, who would like a pair of leather pants, let me know.
Oh my God. Let me tell you about suffering for fashion. So, I am from the DC area. I worked in DC for years, 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 years. And for going in DC, a lot of us commuted in on the metro where you would wear, everybody in DC wore white sneakers and white socks, right? That's what
Okay.
and then you got to work and then you switched into your really nice shoes because you didn't want to mess up your shoes on the street and you didn't want your feet to hurt because your feet would hurt all day in your high heels, right? And And so you wore flip flops in the summer. And then when it started to get cold, you would wear your sneakers. And then when it snowed, you'd put your snow boots on. So I moved to New York and I put on my little sneakers and my white socks. And I've got my really nice heels in my bag to go to work. And I get on the subway and I get to the office. This is my first day that I'm starting at, the law firm that I worked up in New York. And I walk through the door and I'm sitting at my desk, and the fabulous David, the office manager, comes over to me and says, "We need to talk." And I said, "Okay." And I'm thinking, "Oh shit, what did I do? I haven't even been here for 10 minutes. And he goes, "This is New York. This is not DC. You do not wear white sneakers and you do not wear socks. We suffer for fashion in this city. You put those shoes on and you wear those shoes proudly. I do not ever want to see you in sneakers and socks." He said flip-flops, nice flip-flops, were acceptable in the summer.
They would hate me.
and even when it snowed, he was like, "You get yourself a pair of very nice winter boots that you can work to and from the office." But I mean, there were still women in the snow that were walking in high heel boots to get to and from work. And oh my God,
Andy Crew, I bought a leather jacket in San Francisco.
I suffered for fashion. And let me tell you, Laurie will tell you that one of the biggest fights that Laurie and I had was Laurie sent me pictures that she was in New York. I was back in DC at the time, and Laurie sent me pictures, and she was standing in front of the tower, in front of the fountain, the very famous fountain in Central Park. And I was like, "What the fuck is that on your feet?" She had Crocs. I was like, "You take those Crocs off." I literally called her, and I was like, "You take those Crocs off, right? You can always." I was like, "Take them off. Take them off."
You can tell the out-of-towners.
The out-of-towners. You could tell the out-of-towners.
Okay, well, that is one thing you will never catch me wearing. I'm sorry. No offense to you, Lori, but no. Never going to wear Crocs. Never, ever, ever. No.
Right. Oh, my God. It was so
Although
fun.
I do have on slides right now. I don't walk in my house barefoot.
Right.
After you stepped on about 3
hold on for real. Hold on one
really
second.
Like to get, huh?
Hold on for a second.
Oh, okay. She just dissed me, y'all. Look at her. She went off the screen completely. I don't suffer for fashion. I have Crocs on right now. I'm on slides, Lori. Adidas slides. And I don't care. But I literally, and I know it sounds weird, I don't walk barefoot in anywhere except on the beach. Maybe on the beach. Say no to Crocs. 0 stars. Do not recommend. I have never found a pair of Crocs, Julie, that are even remotely comfortable. There's nothing comfortable about them. I don't understand. And they're not fashionable. Are they supposed to be fashionable? I wear tennis shoes. 99% of the time. But I have nice shoes. Oh, I have a bunch of nice shoes. I just never wear them. So clearly, Lori, what did you send me? Did you send me a picture of your shoes? Oh my God, those are horrible. Do you want me to show everybody your horrible Crocs? Okay.
All right, sorry, I'm back. My family's getting antsy because they're like, "What are we doing? Where are we going? What are we going at?"
Well, don't worry. We won't be terribly long.
Yeah, that's what I told him. I was like, "We're not going to be
still not awake yet."
Well, look, here's my dog. There's my dog.
I don't think I will ever. Yeah, those are interesting.
I know.
Interesting Crocs you have, dear.
Hi, Corn's mom. Say hi to Gloria.
Parking lot that's just left the hospital and have nice shoes. Hold on, and she said I'm good. She didn't even want. Are you kidding me? She's like, I don't even want the free shoes. Those are freaking ugly.
She's like, "No, I'm good." She's totally, "I'm good."
She's like, girl, if you want to hand me, if you want to give me like some nice Nikes or something like that, then we'll talk.
That's
Or
hilarious.
some Adidas, but
Oh
yeah,
my God, that's
the
the
Crocs,
best. She's like, I'm good. No,
it's a
I'm
no
good.
go. Okay, I have to admit, Corm's mom, I would be that person.
Oh
Even
my God.
even if I was homeless, I'd be like, nah, it's okay.
That's all right. I
You
don't need
keep
them.
that.
Yeah. I know. Look, Gloria. There's Corn's mom. Say hi.
Oh, look at that
I
face.
know.
Oh, wait a minute. I want to hide the comments so I can see.
So I am Gloria's emotional
Cute.
support person. We do not. She's not my emotional support animal. I am her emotional support person.
She's just staring at you.
Yeah, she loves me. There she goes now. Oh, you say
Oh,
hi.
look at that. Oh my God.
I
So
know. I'm telling you.
cute.
I am. She is like, Mom, I'm stressed. I need you. Oh no.
Oh, how
I know.
precious.
Right. She's
Mine
like,
was
oh wait,
sleeping
you're
on my
laying on
head
the
this
bed.
morning. She gets up on my pillow and she wraps it around the top of my head and then just plop.
I love
And I'm like, okay, are you comfortable?
it. Right.
And
Oh,
she who sent that thing that said dogs can tell, they can sense when you're stressed.
I don't remember who it was, but
But
yes, they
I
right.
honestly, I 100% believe that because my
Yes.
dog, she knows if I don't feel good or if I'm stressed out,
Yep.
she'll follow me around like a lot more. It's really
Yes.
strange.
Yes.
Oh,
And
Julie
and
from Canada wants to see the shoes that Lori has on. Are you sure, Julie? Prepare yourself, okay? Because it's kind of scary. Wait, hold on. I want to make sure I'm not showing information here. Hold on. Here, let me do a screenshot. That way I don't accidentally show. I'm not gonna. Lori, you want me to put your phone number out there? Just kidding. Actually, it shows her name, not her phone number. Hold on. They're gorgeous, y'all. I mean, absolutely gorgeous. I could totally see. Let's see. Where do I need to go? Oh, too much light. Hold on. I can't ever get it right. There you go. Is there still too much light?
too much light. Those are horrible.
What about if I do? Is it horrible? Yeah, I can see it too. It is horrible.
Those Crocs are horrible.
They're horrible. Let's just put it that way. They're horrible. They have flowers or no, they have. Are you kidding me right now? What's that? What's that little tadpole looking thing called? What is it called? Y'all know what I'm talking about.
What?
Lori, what is on those shoes? You know, once upon a time, it used to be really popular. The little, it's a different, it's like a shape, but there's like a whole bunch of them. Paisley, that's it. So,
Paisley. She's got her Paisley Crocs.
so not only does she have
I'm
Crocs
going to her
on, she
house and
has
I'm going to
Paisley
burn all of her
Crocs. Like
Crocs.
what? Hideous but comfy. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, I'm going to burn all of her Crocs. I hate them. I'm going to burn all of them.
Lori, the Crocs are going away.
Yep.
Pets are everything. I can relate to people. I can't relate. Oh, yeah, I'm the same way, Julie. I don't really understand people not liking pets.
I don't get people that don't like pets either. Like, but I mean, I will tell you, I mean, I love having dogs. We have 2 dogs, 2 cats. But like traveling with dogs is horrible.
It's rough.
So I can see where, like, probably if we didn't have a family, maybe I'd have a small dog that I would just be able to put in a bag and just take with me places. But yeah, and like that's all I want. Like I'd have a bag dog. That's what I would have, is a bag dog.
Julie.
But you know what I'm saying? It's like, but I don't understand people who don't like animals and don't like pets. I get people choosing not to have pets because they work and they're busy, right, and
but not liking them. But not is a whole different story.
Pets makes me think that you're
trust anybody who doesn't like animals.
Right? Yeah, there's got to be something wrong with that person if they don't like animals. And I'm not saying,
I know she knows the episode where that Chandler, like they brought the dog in and he was like, no, I don't like dogs. And they're like, you can't tell people that because they will hate you.
Right, because they will hate
And
you.
that's a fact. You can't tell people you don't like dogs because
right.
you're gone. Please, I like my dog better than most humans.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I got to tell you. I am.
Julie, did you really just say that? I will sweat my berries off, not to share my arms.
What?
I think I need a little more information on
Yeah.
that particular comment.
I mean,
First of all, I'm pretty sure you don't have berries unless there's something about you have not told us.
right. And do you, and I'm pretty sure, I mean,
Oh, to not show my arms. Okay,
oh,
okay.
okay. All right. I
I
was
was
like, I
like,
don't think that you have detachable arms. I mean, I've seen you. I've actually seen you.
I have seen her too, and she's like very, very tiny.
right.
And dogs can sense if a person doesn't like them. Corn's mom, let me tell you who else can sense if you don't like them or if you're scared of them. A horse. I've
Mm-hmm.
been bucked off of a horse and it pissed me off because I waited forever and ever and ever to go ride horses with a friend of mine way back in the day. I was like maybe 10 or 11.
Mm-hmm.
And I get on this horse and I'm all excited, but I'm like scared because,
Mm-hmm.
they're big. And this sucker just reared up and I went flying back and I'm like, oh, okay, well, there's my horse experience. Never again.
Then you're gonna need to come here and you can go
Horses
riding.
don't like me. Well, they like me, but they know
Well,
that I'm nervous around them.
yeah, they can. So you have to have a horse that they consider, they call it bomb proof. And a horse that's bomb proof means that, like, those are the trail riding horses. Like, you can put anybody on it, they can be nervous, they can be scared or whatever, and the horse is not going to do anything. They know my job is to stick my nose into that horse's butt and just follow it up, the trail. And nothing, there's not a lot that's going to happen where that horse is going to like spook. And then you have other horses that are just assholes and they're like, yep. Oh, are you afraid to be on me? Oh, are you nervous? Oh, are you this? I'm feeding off of that. I don't want you on my back, so I'm just going to get you off of me.
I've had both experiences. We went on I took my mom one time. We did the ones where the little trail, the trail horses.
Right.
And my mom was in front of me, and y'all will. Mama Christmas is a trip and a half. Okay, she just is. She's funny. So she's in front of me, and her horse kept having to go like pee and poop, pee and. I'm like, something's wrong with her horse. I don't know what, but so it kept stopping, and she's like kicking it. I'm like, Mom, stop kicking your horse. She goes, well, I thought you were supposed to kick it to make it go. I said, your horse is peeing. Like, stop kicking the horse. It'll go when it's done. And then it would stop to do its other business, and she'd start kicking. I'm like, Mom, stop kicking the horse. We had the best time on that horseback ride. I will never forget it.
You're like, Mom.
I will never forget it. It was so much fun.
Doing its business.
I know, but my mom, she's just a funny, anywhere you take her, she's fun and she's funny.
Right. Oh my God.
I love hanging out with her. She's like the coolest person ever. Yes, Julie, Mama Christmas.
Mama Christmas.
So much fun.
Now, are we going to get video this Christmas from your mom for you to be able to put it on the channel? So we can see. No, I'd love to see some Mama Christmas stuff.
Well, fortunately, Mama Christmas has Christmas up all year round.
Oh, well then can you get a video?
Yep.
So we can see it?
Yeah, because I definitely will.
Get her to send you a video because I'd love to see some Mama Christmas video.
I don't know if her camera on her phone is not that great, but maybe she can.
Right.
Maybe she can.
I'd love to see some Mama Christmas.
I am not tiny by any stretch of the imagination. COVID and my health have me very chunky. Julie, I'm not buying it. Now, I have gotten very chunky, which is weird because, you did say it's bad, though, to just eat once a day.
It's very bad.
I know.
It is so bad because like they, one of the things, again, like learning, because, you have to take nutrition classes, is that not eating and only eating once a day, your body holds on to all of your fat storage. Like it's proven, it's given. Like this is what they've been saying. And that's why they say eat within the first 2 hours of when you wake up, even if it's a protein shake, because then that kind of jump starts your body. And then eating 5 meals, 5 small meals a day will just kind of keep your energy level up and go. And then you really should be, well, for me, I'm supposed to be around 1,200 calories, 12 to 1,500 calories, like 6 months from now, a day. I am.
I bought these protein shakes, but they're keto shakes. They're called Keto Chow.
Mm-hmm,
And you have to make them the night before because I guess they expand throughout the
mm-hmm,
night,
mm-hmm.
which tells me it probably is going to fill you up really
Oh,
quickly.
absolutely. Yes.
I didn't actually realize protein shakes did that. But you make them the night before, you put them in the
Mm-hmm.
refrigerator, and then you just wake up, and that's your breakfast.
Yeah.
And I've had a lot of people say that they have 2 shakes a day and then dinner at night and like a
Mm-hmm.
few snacks in between.
Right.
And if I could do that, I
Mm-hmm.
probably would be more likely to lose weight because
Well,
I'm
yeah.
consistently keeping something in my stomach rather than waiting all day until like 4 or 5 o'clock and eating
Right.
like a nice size salad or something like
Mm-hmm.
that. Because I don't eat a lot of food even when
Well,
I eat.
think of this. Think of Slim Fast. Slim Fast is the very first weight loss program that came out. That is exactly what most diets are. Do
That
two
makes
pro
sense.
do two protein shakes, do
Bye,
a protein shake
Corn
and have one sensible meal a day, and then have a bar or something, a sensible snack in between.
I
That
think
is
my biggest
exactly what
problem is
everybody.
late night snacking.
Hmm.
Thank you again, you two.
Right. I
It's
mean,
like,
so
you're just sitting there listening, and it's like, oh man, I could use like a little piece of chocolate or some chocolate custard or
what is the
whatever I probably don't need, I'm sure is
mhm.
what I snack on.
What is the biggest advice you can give about weight loss? Um, well, I would just like I there's a difference about weight loss. What advice I would give about weight loss if you were having weight loss surgery versus what just advice I would give about weight loss. Like for me, right now is um it you have to be committed to it is probably the best thing for me to be able to say. Now, I always say it's easy for me to say you have to be committed because I've had weight loss surgery. I have no choice. I have to be committed. Like weight loss surgery has made me committed. That's why they say it's a tool.
Right.
I I cannot, especially at this point in time, I cannot overeat. There's just I will never be able to take in enough calories in a day at this point right now to be able to overeat and to gain weight or to stop losing weight. Um, I would say if this was me 6 months from now, would be staying committed. It's like really being able to tell yourself, and this is where the energy thing comes in, where Susie, like at night, I was a big craver. I would eat a lot. Now being able to turn around and have the energy in the evening to go do something other than eat. Do you know what I mean? It is so much easier for me to be able to before when I was working or whatever, it was nighttime, it was a Saturday night, whatever. It was a
Right.
lot easier for me to go into my pantry and grab something to eat because I didn't have the energy and go sit on my couch and eat than for me to open up my pantry door on a Saturday night and go, I really should organize this. You know what? I'm going to organize this. And then
Well,
saying to
my
my
problem
husband,
is,
you know,
like I'm out a lot at night.
mhm,
So when I come home, I'm done.
right.
I'm done. I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I'm
Hmm.
hungry.
Hmm.
I've been smelling food all
But
night.
that's the thing, Susie, is
But
like,
I've
if,
started trying to eat beforehand, which
right.
is normally around 4:30 or 5,
Hmm.
because then if I come home, I can have a little something.
Right.
But
But if
sometimes I'll
you, but if you were eating 5 times a day, 5 small snacks, when you got home, you wouldn't be ravished and feel like you needed to eat everything. If you
That's
started your
true.
morning with a protein shake and then had like a tuna fish sandwich 3 hours later, tuna, a lot of protein, and it could be on carb bread, it could be on regular bread, it could be just tuna. And then 3 hours later, you decided to have
Exactly, Julie. Yeah,
like
it does.
a
It does make
protein bar. Yeah, and keep protein bars and protein shakes in your car so that when you're out,
Yeah,
just
I live in
grab a shake.
Arizona,
Mhm.
so keeping any kind of bar in the car is not a good idea.
Well, then keep a protein shake because you can, even if it's warm. I mean, I've had very warm protein shakes, chocolate protein shakes when they're
Well, I have these insulated thingies. I have a smaller one, so I have this
yeah,
big one because it's
yeah,
always my water. I drink
yeah,
water all day.
right.
So, but I can get like my smaller one and
Hmm.
put like, I wouldn't even think about that while I'm out driving around. I could drink a little bit on my
Hmm.
shake here and there, and it would
Right.
kind of keep me full so that when I come
Hmm.
home, I
You're
don't
not
crave that chocolate
right.
custard
And
because
not
it's
only
so
that, but
good.
now if you go into the convenience stores or if you're out and running, even if you're going to some place to pick up food, and in that place they have like a grab and go, just grab a veggie tray. Grab one of those little teeny tiny that has like that, just a little small serving of broccoli and a little small serving of, like at the Walmart here, I pick them up. They are on the go like veggie
Oh,
trays.
you're talking about like those little balance break things that they
All
have?
that, right, that, like that kind of stuff. I mean, because then it's not sitting in your car, but you can eat it. It's a
Right.
healthy snack, and that's going to hold
That's a
you
good
over.
idea.
You know,
I didn't even think about that. Or I
yeah,
can make them. I can make them myself, as far as that
you
goes.
can make it yourself, right? But if you're, I mean, I like a lot of the things that I've learned now is,
Julie.
because, and again, that is commitment. Again, that is 100% commitment. I have had to commit myself to make sure that I have something to eat every 3 hours. So if you commit to saying, okay, well, I'm gonna
I'm gonna
not
have to start doing that because I
right.
think that probably will help with me not having to take that metformin too. Julie,
Yeah.
I am the same way. If it's not cold,
Such a nice
if
whore.
I know it made me review it because she said the word whore.
I love it. Don't be
But
cheap on the ice.
I am the same way. It has to be cold or I won't drink it. I won't drink it.
I'm an
I'm,
ice whore. Oh,
as a
I'm an
matter of
ice
fact,
whore.
if I get drinks from like is it Chick-fil-A,
Yeah.
I will almost always eat the ice after I drink the drink
Oh my
because
god.
they have that little crunch, that little bitty ice. No, Julie, I'm the same. I don't do tepid anything. Don't bring me tepid water.
And I
Don't do
and I
it.
will tell you, I was a
I won't drink
sodaaholic.
it.
Oh my god, I love soda so much. And there's a lot of things that, and the reason why I was like even quiet in like May and June is that you kind of have to prepare yourself for surgery and stuff, like mentally.
Right.
And like I stopped drinking coffee with caffeine in it. Oh my god, that was like the worst thing ever. I thought I was going to die.
I
But
haven't had
like,
coffee with caffeine in
yeah,
like 8 or 9 years.
right. And then soda, like I had to wean myself off of soda. I
And
love
I
diet.
don't drink soda either. Every now and
Oh,
again I'll have like a little bit of Sprite or something, but I
it was
don't drink.
like, oh my god, it was horrible. It
I
was
drink
like,
I drink seltzer water consistently. It
right,
has no added it has added flavor, but it's natural.
right.
It doesn't have any like that. It doesn't have any of those funky sweeteners and nothing like that in it. It's
Now, does seltzer water have carbonation?
yes,
Okay, so that would be so it's
and
not
that's the main reason I like it because then I
right.
don't crave sodas because I have seltzer water.
And that's the whole thing with the surgery. You can't have carbonation.
Really? At
It's not.
all?
It's not about, yeah. It's not about the soda. It's about the carbonation. The carbonation gets air bubbles in your stomach and stuff like that, and it can also like. Now, I'm not saying that I can never have a soda and I can never have a soda again, but like for the first 6 months, they say stay away from all carbonation. They also want you to stay away from caffeine too, all caffeine, because it's caffeine is a diuretic. So so yeah, so they don't. I can't drink
Well,
it
there
stuff
goes. I'm not. I won't even consider getting that damn surgery now.
because you can't have carbonation.
I can't. I have it all the time. That's all I
And
drink.
but what I being a sodaholic before, that is the one I can tell you I do not miss it. It is the weirdest thing. I
It's
can't.
not. Well, it's not soda. I just like
No,
the
but it's like the
it's like
carbonation.
the like fizzy water. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No fizzy waters. Now,
Oh,
some people can tolerate it. Like 3 or 4 months out, they'll start to drink carbonated. A lot of people actually start to drink soda within like 4, 5, 6 weeks. Some people it's fine, and other people it's not. So it's like it's really that's
I'm
like
saying,
I'm at
Julie,
that stage now
I
of
wouldn't have thought that that would be an issue.
yeah, it's the carbonation. They want you to stay away from carbonated stuff, water, soda, whatever's got carbonation in it. They don't want you to have it. It's crazy.
Well,
Now, like I said,
it saved me a lot of money because they're not cheap.
yes, I will. That is another big thing I will tell you. When we go out to eat, holy crap, what a big difference it is in our food bill. Like when we go out to restaurants, because I can't eat the way that I used to. And our food bill has actually I would say grocery shopping really hasn't changed that much. I know that they're over like, look how much money you're going to save, but the money that I would have spent on shit that I would have eaten, I now
Or,
spend on protein shakes.
yeah,
So it kind
it
of
makes
evens
up for it.
itself.
Wait a
It,
minute.
it
Julie
yeah.
says, "How do you wake up to work in the a.m.?" Oh, because you're not having caffeine.
It was really hard because I don't, now, but now I have energy. So when I wake up in the morning, I'm actually awake. And
So
sleepy, like I
you have
told you,
natural energy.
I have natural energy and sleepy because sleepy is now because I'm starting to get hunger cues because I haven't eaten all night long. When I do wake up, I get up, I go to the bathroom and stuff like that. Sleepy will actually start to grumble a little bit. And he's like, hey, I'm actually hungry.
I think it's because you named him Sleevy.
Is that because he's grumpy?
Lori's like half of a meatball. Is that all you can eat? Is a half a
No,
meatball?
I can now eat, well, I can now eat 4 Wawa meatballs. They sell them as a side order, but it takes me about a half hour or more to eat all 4. But if I only eat 2, so each meatball is an ounce. So if I can eat without a problem like 2.5 of their meatballs without a problem. I can eat it like a normal person.
I'm a slow eater, anyways. I'm
So
trying to
being
figure
a
out.
slow eater is really, really good. I am a fast eater. I have suffered with this. That has been my biggest
Oh,
struggle.
people hate eating with me. They're like, God, you're slow. And I'm like, yes, I am.
Right.
I enjoy my food. I
Yeah.
let my food digest.
I do not let my food
Because
die.
you're not
That
supposed to eat that. My daughter's, she is that girl. I'll get food like out to eat or whatever, bring it home before I can even get into the living room with mine. Like she's almost done. I was like, girl,
yeah.
do you even chew your food or do
Did
you
you
just
even chew your
swallow
food?
it whole? Because that's not good. Who
Oh
was
my god.
Dakota and why are they bugging you, Julie?
It is
Who's
it is
somebody's bugging Julie? Tell them to
yep.
stop.
She's getting
I
bugged.
am the slowest eater on earth. My daughter gets so mad. She's
Yeah,
like,
no.
Mom.
Yeah, they say like what I'm supposed to do is I'm supposed to take a bite. Now I eat with a baby fork and a baby spoon because you can't with a baby fork and baby spoon, you take less into, it's less food. You're like I can't just take a whole meatball and shove it in my mouth and just chew it up a little bit and swallow it. Like I need to take small pieces of my food, actually chew it, like thinking about chewing, not just and then swallow. Because again, remember it's about volume. So the more that I can chew it and get it mushier and get it in my stomach, the more I can actually fit in my stomach. So I chew it a lot, chew it pretty good with my little baby fork and my baby knife and my baby spoon and or my fork. Um, but yeah, but I really am supposed to take that and then put my fork down and not keep my fork in my hand and not think about the food.
I
And
know I spend 20 minutes doctoring up my food because you know what? When you only eat once a day, it has to be perfect. I'm very, very, very particular.
right.
I'm surprised I don't have an eating disorder because
Mhm.
I am so weird about what I eat and exactly like how it's prepared and whatnot. I'm
Right.
weird about it.
That's funny.
And where
I don't
and
care.
where I come from, everything is fried. I don't really eat much fried food here
No,
unless it's like chicken nuggets or fries or something like that. But
right.
everything down south is fried.
Fried.
Doesn't matter what it is.
Right.
We have an anonymous in here. Hello,
Hello, Annette.
anonymous. Hi, and what's up?
Yeah, I fried food is definitely that's been a little difficult. I will tell you that I was really kind of moving into like eating like the steaks and trying to get back into like normal food, like what I would normally eat.
Well,
And
see,
I
the good thing about filet mignon
mhm.
uh, is like filet mignons are always like really small,
Yes. Yes.
and they don't have a lot of fat and whatnot on them, so they don't really
And
upset your
it's very
stomach very much.
tender. Yeah.
Oh, so
That was the big thing.
so those two things I could live off of. Let
Yeah.
me change my mind. I could live on crab legs
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
filet mignon
Mhm.
every day.
Yes. That
Every
is
day.
so I have
If
learned
I was rich,
that.
I
That would
would
be it.
most definitely. Anonymous, where is who from?
Where are you from?
I don't know. Where are you from?
Where are you from?
You're
Anonymous.
anonymous. I know where I'm from. Where are you from?
Yeah. We need to know more about Anonymous.
Right? Anonymous, you're anonymous. Tell us where
Right.
you're from.
Right.
I had never
Right.
seen deep fried salad. They did not have deep fried salad. Oh, come on. Good Lord.
I could totally
But
see that.
they do. We went to like Love from Baghdad, Iraq.
Oh, hello from Baghdad, Iraq.
Okay.
Welcome. Welcome to Weight Loss Talk.
And everything else, a little in between.
Right, a little bit. Right.
I No, we went to like I remember going out to eat with like a bunch of my family down in Mississippi one time. We went to like this buffet. You know, buffets are like, oh, all you can eat, blah blah blah.
Oh, yes.
Every now and again, you want like a green vegetable or a vegetable that you can just see,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't the case. They didn't have a salad,
Mm-hmm.
and everything on that buffet was fried.
Fried.
And most of the
That
time, you
is,
didn't even know
yeah,
what was in the fried part of it. You're just like,
right.
oh, it's something, and inside
Fried.
of it, like
It's something in
bread,
batter and has been fried.
something in batter, but you don't even know what's in it because
Oh my
sometimes they don't
goodness.
list it.
That is the reason why, like in the South, there's a lot of like heart attack and because here's the thing too is like I think that a lot of people think like, well, if you're heavy, then you have a lot of medical problems, and if you're skinny, you are like a sound you're so healthy. And
that
I will
is so
say,
not true.
right, I was the opposite. For my surgery, I qualified for my surgery because my cholesterol was finally was a little high, but it was more off of weight. I did not have I had like pre diabetes. But up until this last year, my blood work was
Oh, it
perfect.
doesn't, Julie. Okay.
Yeah, my blood work was absolutely perfect. Um and and my doctor had even told me, he was very funny. He's like, you would expect with somebody at your weight. And I was like, are you trying to say I'm fat? Somebody at your weight would have medical issues, and I just never did. I was somebody that was very lucky and never had any medical up until, like I said, like, and he did tell me, he was like, the bad thing is that once one thing goes bad, a lot of stuff, it's all going to trickle. And it did start to do that. It was the pre-diabetes, and then my cholesterol was starting to get high. But I know a lot of people that are skinny. They weigh 125 pounds, 130 pounds, and they are They have got all kinds of medical
A lot
problems.
of problems, yeah.
And a lot of it has to do with because they feel like just because I'm skinny and I can eat anything, so I will eat anything, and they will eat anything. And I'm like, deep fried Oreos is still going to give you heart disease. you know,
Exactly,
deep
right?
fried eating funnel cakes and deep fried Oreos and chicken nuggets every day and all of this like really bad stuff is going to give you as a woman it's going to catch up and can give you heart disease. It doesn't matter if you're skinny or not. You
Hold
know.
on, Julie. I'm trying to re-wrench you. I of course did not monetize again.
Why did you not do that?
Because I'm the worst. I need to remember to do that as soon as I set
Mm-hmm.
it up.
Right. Oh my
Of
goodness.
course, you don't really make much though, honestly, off of just views and whatnot.
Right.
I don't know if people really realize that or not, but you really don't.
Mm-mm.
Let's see. I can't find. Why can't I pull up the video we're live on right now? That's weird.
That is weird.
It should
Well,
it should just pop up, right?
I have got to get going because my family
Yeah,
now is like now they're getting dressed.
they're like, Mom, we're
They're
not
like,
waiting. I know.
Mom.
I have to go pick mine up. She spent the night at a friend's house last
They're
night.
like, Mom.
So I'm guessing that she is going to sleep all day.
Yes, of course, because that's
That's
what
what's going to
teenagers do.
happen.
Yes.
Who is Dump Truck?
I
I'm
don't know.
sorry. That just happened to. So there's a comment on one of my videos. I don't know who that is.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know who that is?
I do not know who that is.
I don't know who. I don't know who a lot of these people are.
Yeah.
Julie, you didn't have to give me a super chat. I just looked down and saw that. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Julie's always so sweet. I'm trying to figure out how to get this to open. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Will it open from here?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, no, it doesn't. Guess
Uh-oh.
what, y'all? I'll get you. I'll catch up with as soon as we're done here, Julie. I'll add you. Can't believe you should have told me, silly, that you didn't have a wrench. Wait, what's the little thing next to their name though? I don't have memberships. What is that? Oh,
You
she
can
has
put emojis. Her name's
she
got
has
emojis.
emojis. Oh, okay.
Right.
I don't know if I'm ever gonna do lobster love. I don't know if I'm ever gonna do memberships because wait a minute, somebody's talking about HDL cholesterol, like fish, da da da. Yeah, that's true.
That is right. All right.
Are you busy texting?
No, I was looking. I was trying to figure out what you were talking about, and I can't find, like, you said something about a dump truck, and I was like, I don't know. Is that in the chat?
No, it was on another live. I don't even know what live it was.
Oh, okay. I was
Just
like,
I don't ever open up YouTube Studio very much, so when I open it up on my computer,
okay.
it showed me stuff I don't usually like see on my phone.
Gotcha. Okay.
No eating the alligators, but Julie, there's a bunch of them like hanging around down there in Florida right now.
Oh my God, yes.
They're just cruising along in the floodwaters. That would freak me out because there's people kayaking
and walking.
And
there are people that are walking in like waist high water.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think we're going to find out that a lot more people than what they are currently saying have been, have gotten killed in this.
Well, there's an entire island where most of the people did not evacuate. That is like,
it's obliterated. I saw it, and it's just like nothing. It's all gone. They said not one single house or whatever that's standing there doesn't have some sort of damage to it.
Right. Yeah.
I was like, God.
Yeah, it's pretty
on a little tiny island. You can see it because they're showing aerial views. Like, that's the one place you need to
You
get
wouldn't
out.
stay. Right. You would know. Well, so with my parents being down in Port Charlotte, a lot what had happened was they had started talking about evacuating, but the reports that they were getting were that it was really going to hit north and it was going to hit more in Tampa. So, like, the way that my mom explained it to me was unless you know that the storm is coming directly for you, you don't evacuate, because if they would evacuated and then people in Tampa are evacuating and everybody's heading to the same location, nobody's getting out.
Yeah.
So, like, if it's going to be a direct hit on Tampa, then people south of Tampa aren't going to evacuate. You want to give for the people that are in that evacuation zone to be able to evacuate. When they started talking about Port Charlotte and like Fort Myers, they were like, they didn't like. My mom was like, we like, where are we going to go? 95 is already a parking lot. Do you know what I mean? It was like they didn't like they had no place to go at that point
Right.
because it was they said that just to get gas there was a 3 mile line at the local gas station to get gas to try to get out of Port Charlotte.
Which makes me wonder how long did it take before they ran out of gas?
Right, exactly. So they were like, we could run out of gas sitting in line waiting for gas. So they were like, she's like, there's like this misconception of, oh, you need to evacuate where you can just jump in your car and grab some stuff and get in the car and you're fine. She's like, actually, to evacuate, we're actually in more danger because you're sitting out in the middle of a highway and you could be
Yep.
sitting there for 12 hours trying to get out and the storm hits.
Exactly.
She's like, it's
Oh,
just better.
they don't have hurricanes. That's good.
Right.
That's really good. I'm
Right.
only used to like I've never been really in a hurricane because the only time I was ever even in an area where I could have been, I was in Biloxi, and the minute I heard a hurricane was coming, I took off up north back to Tennessee,
Yep.
and but I've
Yep.
been through a lot of tornadoes,
You're like, and I'm done.
big and bad tornadoes too, like scary ones.
Right. Oh
So
my God.
where are you going today? Do you have what kind of plans?
So hubby needs to go into his work for a couple of hours, and me and the kids are going to see what the boardwalk looks like today. There's been a lot of, it's rainy and windy and stuff like that. I'm going to go take my SUV that I have that loves really big puddles, and we're going to go see. We're going to go
They've been
drive in
doing
some.
damage like where you're at, right?
No, we do have storms. It is from Ian, and tomorrow is supposed to be pretty bad. It's gonna rain. It Like I said, it's been raining all day, but like starting at like 2 a.m. tonight, it's supposed to get really bad. But we really came down here to get like furniture in the house and stuff like that because we don't know what the winds are going to be like starting tomorrow and
Right.
possibly because it's going to rain all week here. So we're like, let's get down, but we're not in danger of not being able to get like back over the bridge to get home and stuff like that. It's not going to be, we had wind advisories yesterday coming in. Um, but other than that, it's been good. And even with us, if like the Bay Bridge was closed due to wind advisory, we would still be able, like, we could head north a little bit and go through Delaware and come down 95. So it's not like we would ever get we're not getting stuck here. We're
Uh,
not on the island of Ocean City. We're across the bridge. We're
oh,
across
okay.
the bay.
So you're
Right.
in a
So we're
different
on
area.
the bay side where we see Ocean City. Now, if we were in Ocean City, that would be a little bit of more of a concern because like if they hurt and hurricanes have hit here. We've gotten hit pretty bad down here a couple of times. We've never had it where one of the bridges in Ocean City has collapsed. Seeing Florida, that's scary. Like seeing how their bridges collapsed is very scary. That
Oh,
was another.
I can only imagine.
We were lucky that my parents were in an area where they did not have a collapse bridge.
Julie,
No, Julie, I am
sounds like
not.
they're just gonna
We
get
are.
rain.
Yeah, we're just getting rain. We are not in danger at all. Yeah, and Laurie is like, well, Laurie, you're gonna get hit too. Like you're in a beach town
She's
too.
like,
What is
oh,
that?
hey, come stay with me. Oh, yeah. If you're on the beach
Yeah,
too, that's probably not gonna help.
Laurie is a little. She's north. I would think that she's actually getting it worse than we would be getting it because I think she's a little bit more north than we are.
Oh, she said the
Um,
back is already starting to flood.
yeah, so she's gonna have a swimming pool in her backyard. Uh,
Oh,
yeah,
see, I just could not. I
we
couldn't
know
live.
she now has waterfront property.
You could not pay me to live in Florida.
No, no. And my parents they're considering now, and I know that they're kind of like in their feels right now about being down there. Because they did have, I will tell you, they did have property damage. They do not have electricity. They're in a hotel now in Miami.
Oh
Uh,
no.
they have no electricity. They do have water because it's on city water, but with no electricity means it's only cold water. The cage on their lanai is completely destroyed. It's mangled. They have roof damage that has caused water damage on the inside, but nothing like what you're seeing. Their neighborhood got, and especially considering that they live on a canal, Port Charlotte did not get the storm surge. So thank God for them, they did not get the storm surge, so they had no flooding. It's all water damage, and mainly from the roof leaking. They still have a roof. They still have windows because they have the hurricane windows. The furniture is fine. They're just going to need like new carpet wherever the roof had leaked onto the car. But furniture, like, and it even missed furniture. Like,
Wow.
how amazing is that?
That's lucky.
That water that leaked into the house leaked around furniture and did not hit any of the furniture. So none of their furniture is damaged. It's unbelievable. Like, I cannot believe, because that was
the gods were with them. The water gods were like,
nah, the water gods were definitely with them, you know, because I had even said, I was like, oh my God, I'm like, Mom, are you like, you know, what about all of your furniture? And she's like, the furniture's fine. She's like, I can't believe it. She's like, there's like, it is so weird. It is just so weird how that all happened. And a lot of it, and they're most of their houses in Florida are tile anyway. So it's only, and so we're only talking about water damage in like the bedroom, like, you know, one of the bedrooms. So
I wonder how much flood insurance costs down there. It's probably ridiculous.
Pretty expensive. Yeah, it is pretty expensive. It's pretty expensive. Okay, well, I have got to go because the family is already.
And so just to let everybody know, we're gonna do like this was kind of letting everybody know like what Raquel has been up to, and she's doing fabulous. And you look really good.
I do great.
It's weird. I knew, and I could tell when you first came on. I'm like, oh my God,
I know.
Face is getting all skinny.
I know.
But we're gonna do like a fun live with all of us ladies, and anybody can join in. I don't care who. Yeah. And we're gonna start doing maybe weekend updates because it's very hard to figure out who likes who and who hates who. And
can I be Rosanna Dana again?
You can be. Oh, I would. You should be. And let me tell you something. If it's raining here, I will probably be your sister, your twin, because my hair just goes.
Let your hair get nice and big.
Yeah. So weekend updates. What should we do them on? Should we do them on Saturday or Sunday?
I think that we need to do Saturday during the day because
Saturday during the day. She's gonna make me wake up early on Saturday.
Wait, Sunday during the day.
Sunday during the day.
Because you know, there's a lot that could change between
Saturday night. Because on Saturday night you see like stuff that happens and so I'm literally gonna have to be I'm gonna have to be a writer. I'll probably come in here and type it, but I will have to literally write things down. And we'll let you know who's talking to who hates who likes who. Is it supposed to be whom? Because I don't really know.
It is whom.
It is. I'm pretty sure it's him.
Whom likes who? I think.
Yeah, I know. Don't let me pull a GB and start talking incorrectly because I'm listening to too many people on the internet these days.
Oh my God, it's so funny.
Don't have good grammar. All right. We are going to do weekend updates. Yeah, probably starting next weekend. We're in October. We're in October.
Where
did that happen? All right. So I just wanted everybody to kind of know what was going on with my other half. Wait, yeah, you're over here. And that, yes, we do talk every day. Don't freak out and go, oh my God, Raquel left the internet. No, she didn't. No, she's just been busy living her life. So
yes, busy living my life, living my best life.
I know, Julie. I'm gonna have to get a freaking notebook. You're right. I am. I'm gonna have to get a really thick one too. I know. It's good, Lori, to have her back on here. I'm so glad. Go do stuff with your family.
Gonna go do stuff.
I got to go pick up the really, really tired teenager because I know she'll be exhausted. And we will be back probably next Sunday.
Next Sunday.
All right, everybody, have a good rest of your weekend. It's still Saturday. There's still a lot that can happen tonight. You never know.
Never know.
Never know. And I will be live tomorrow for 60 Days In. And what's the other one? Love After Lockup. All right, everybody, have a good rest of your weekend.
Bye.
Bye.